Hey guys, welcome back to Popcorn and Champagne.
This is season 5, episode 2. Woo!
Hey guys.
Hey Tiff, what's happening?
Oh, nothing. Did a crazy day, just got off the road, guys. Did a turnaround, turn and burn.
Yeah.
For work.
But you're here.
And I'm sitting
you
in
here
the
at your
chair.
other job.
There it is.
Right. Guys, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Popcorn and Champagne. And make sure that you subscribe to wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes, and please follow us on Instagram at popcorn_champagne.
And then also we have a Facebook page as well,
Yeah.
which is Popcorn and Champagne. And we also want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Colonel's Popcorn.
Yay.
And we love them.
Yes, we
and
do.
Make sure that you go to their website where you can get 10% off of the Tony and Tiff mix.
That's right.
Yay. So
All right.
now it's time for
Infotainment. Big announcement was made.
Yay.
Porsha Williams.
I'm excited.
Yes, Atlanta Housewives season 16. She is back.
Yep, she's back. And I am so glad
Yes.
because, for a minute, it was last season was kind of stale. It's been struggling a little bit really since Nene's been gone. But,
Yeah.
and then Porsha left. That just did a double whammy.
I know.
But I'm really excited about this. And I thought it was so cute how she made her
loved
announcement. I thought
Yes.
it was adorable.
Yes, I loved it.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're in for some other surprises too.
Yeah.
Is Marlo staying?
As far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
as far as I know, she
We
is.
all know Kenya's staying.
Oh, yeah. Kenya's good, though, for the show.
Okay.
Don't you think?
I know, that's your girl.
I like it. I mean, she brings the drama.
She does.
She brings the drama.
She does.
She does, definitely. And then did you know that she's also, Portia's also under some terms with Universal, NBCUniversal. She's getting her
okay.
scripted project.
I love that.
Yeah, Carlos King, we love Carlos.
Yes.
Hi,
Hey.
Carlos. He was like, she's the first housewife really in history that's got such a big platform with this.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to see what she
Yeah.
puts out so we can talk about it.
I know.
Super Bowl girl, did you watch it?
I did.
Oh,
I
guys.
did.
Was it not phenomenal?
It was so good.
Listen, Usher brought it with the brooches, the crop jackets, the capes,
All of that.
all of it.
All of that.
If you didn't get a chance to see his show in Vegas,
Yeah.
he really gave you his show.
Yeah. Now, I like the Kappas. They
Oh
were
my
on there. The
God.
Noops, shout out to the Noops.
Baby.
They were on there.
Yes.
There was a big controversy with the way he was hugging on Alicia Keys.
I know.
I mean, come on. They were acting.
And
they were
that's-
performing.
And that's Usher,
Yeah.
right? He's a lover, not a fighter.
yeah.
We had Jackson State Band.
Oh, my
The
gosh.
Sonic Boom.
That was amazing.
That was awesome.
amazing.
Of course,
It-
I would have loved to see TSU, but
of course.
but
I will tell you, I liked it because it was black.
yeah,
I was like, okay, I was rooting for it. 'Cause,
it was all ATL.
Yeah, how Issa Rae said, I'm rooting for everybody black.
There it
and
is.
it was perfect.
Yeah,
I
with
did. I enjoyed it.
Luda,
Yes.
Jermaine Dupri.
They didn't play any pop music.
No.
I was so thankful for that. I thought Justin Bieber was going to be there because he did make it to,
He did.
But yeah,
And then her with her guitar.
Oh my gosh.
When I say that broad is so
She's so
talented.
Full circle moment because she sang the national anthem years ago
Yep.
at the Super Bowl.
Yep. It
Yeah.
was perfectly done.
It was.
I just thought everybody looked amazing except for little Jermaine Dupri with the little
Girl, what?
with the baby socks.
What was that?
Baby dolls.
What was that?
I don't know. Somebody told him, they dressed him up and said
Somebody
that was okay.
told him wrong.
They need to be fired.
They do. Girl, that was horrible. My goodness.
But yeah, it was all around good. But wait a minute, Tony, I got to talk about this real quick. Your boy Travis, you was fired up about him punking Coach Reed.
Don't put your hands on a coach.
Well, and then he's elderly.
Yeah, he almost failed.
I know.
Caught him off balance.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown said it the best.
Okay.
He said, had that been me,
Oh,
he would have been ejected that day, at that moment.
that's right.
And fined. Had
Yeah.
that been somebody other than Travis Kelce that may look like us, he would be fined.
And he better be glad they won because all is forgotten.
Yeah.
Because, his brother called him out, was like, listen, man, I love you. You're my brother.
On their podcast, he did. Oh, he did
He
good.
said, but you were wrong for that.
Oh, good. Did he
And then-
acknowledge he was wrong?
Oh, absolutely. That's where he said his apology to Coach Reed.
But see, yeah, I was thinking he was going to apologize on the stage,
And he-
but he didn't.
No.
Yeah.
No, they ain't gonna do that.
But and then Taylor was there. Taylor Swift was there. Yeah.
It's so nice.
It's sweet.
Yes. Anyway, I was champagne moment.
But I was rooting for the 49ers.
It was a great game too.
It was. Overtime.
Yes.
So yes.
Okay, now we have reality show recap.
Oh, so Housewives of Miami. This is season 6, even though, they're really OGs, right?
They are.
They are OGs, but, they didn't film for several years. This particular season is kind of making me sick a little. I'm getting sick of it, honestly. I'm sick of Lisa, constantly complaining about Lenny and this divorce that she's going through. I am beyond irritated with Guerdy. And I know she's sick, but like you're at a party 2 days after you had breast surgery.
Yeah, she had the biopsy done.
Yeah. And then it seems like every argument, I get what she's saying because they're arguing. She's saying, don't argue, y'all. We got so much life is precious. She makes it all about her.
Yeah.
And then this next episode that she's on.
Girl.
Come on.
Now, y'all, she's at the table. Of course, the ladies are arguing and bickering.
She looks fabulous.
She looks beautiful. But this broad rips off her wig and says, I had to do this today.
Yeah.
And she shaved her head bald. It's almost like you want the attention.
And it's like when they called her on the phone when she got sick, right? And they call on the phone. Hello? I was like, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I hate she's sick, but I'm exhausted.
Yeah, well, she's better now. I think she's
good,
cancer free.
Good, hallelujah.
But
that's
she's
good.
So gorgeous.
Yes, she is. And here's the thing, I like Keke.
I love Keke.
I think Keke's gorgeous.
Love her hair.
And let me tell you something.
She's wearing her hair.
I want them to promote her
Yeah.
to a full-time housewife.
Yeah.
Because she's funny.
She
and
is
she
hilarious.
100% keeps it real.
She does.
I do like her.
And I want to know more about Keke.
I do too.
Like,
she's from Haiti.
Yeah.
But what's her story?
Has 2 children by 2 different men.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And she was telling Lisa in the last episode, look, I can, relate to you because I'm a single mom.
Right.
I'm out here struggling.
Right.
I'm trying to make it. But she don't look like she's struggling because she sure looks good. Don't.
But we got Larsa, Pippen, and Michael Jordan's baby boy.
Listen. So y'all know the news broke that they broke up.
Yes.
And they were just so in love. And Andy alluded to...
Unfollowed each other. Took their pictures down from social media.
But Andy alluded to the reunion. And how Marcus revealed some things about their relationship.
Like what?
He was like, y'all tune into the reunion. He did it on what happened.
Watch what happened.
Live. So he was like, no, Marcus said some things to me. So
to just Andy.
Yeah, but you know how he goes behind the scenes?
Yeah. In the dressing room.
Yes.
Ooh.
So watch out for that reunion.
I'm going to be watching that for
but
sure.
You said...
season finale is next year. Next week.
They're rumored to be back together?
Yeah, they're rumored to be back together. They started back following each other on social media because you know what you do when you break up? You unfollow each other and you take down all the pictures and all of that.
That's a lot of work.
It's too much.
Yeah.
And so they're back following each other. And I think they were saying something like she had this wonderful Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So I don't know. They could have been...
Well, honey, they act like they totally in love on the show.
And she had a party for him. And he was only gone for 5 days because she missed him.
I just hate what she's done to herself.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
It's too much. And then I like Adriana. Adriana always says that you broke down Kardashian because she used to hang out with the Kardashians.
She did.
It was a comedian or something that said that she's like a 2000 Mercedes Benz.
Oh, listen. And that Adriana, honey, I love her. I think she's so gorgeous.
Man.
I like Andrea. With her little messy self.
She is very messy. Who I want to be off the show is Julia. I'm not a farmer. I don't care nothing about the goats. I don't care nothing about the horses, chickens. I don't care nothing about that.
I like her.
No, I don't care about that.
But anyway, you put champagne moment. Okay?
Yeah, just okay. Yeah, just okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next we have movie recap.
Movie recap.
Again, Tony and I went to the movies.
Oh.
Bob Marley.
Okay.
One Love.
Mm-hmm. One Love.
Let's get together.
Okay, so this premiered
all right.
February 14th. This is on Valentine's Day. So
Yes.
this is the biopic, the story of reggae legend Bob Marley. And the guy that played him did a good job.
He's gorgeous.
He is stunningly beautiful. He is beautiful. His name is Kingsley. Is it Belladar?
Yeah.
Or something like that? Mm-hmm. He did a pretty good job. Mm-hmm. I thought he did a pretty good job. Mm-hmm. But I okay, so we talked about this. Yeah. Okay, so I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they depicted enough of him being more of a political activist, like of all the things that he did, because he brought these prime ministers together, but I don't think they did that. It was still too surface, I think.
I agree.
And I think Ziggy and them, they were approving everything, so maybe that's how they wanted it.
I would have loved to see more about like Peter Tosh leaving and like just the meat and potatoes of his life, like with Rita, which was one of my favorite scenes. The girl I told Tony that played Rita, to me she was the best actress.
Oh, and her skin looked like milk.
She's gorgeous.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And she was the best actress in the whole movie.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
The scene between the two of them was very powerful.
Yeah.
You know, Bob had 11 children. Okay.
Yeah, man.
He was spreading all the love. And he was all about peace and love, and he really wanted to be left out of the political part of it.
But he was forced to, because he was so influential. That was the thing.
Yeah, he had a huge influence on the people.
Yeah.
But his whole mantra was peace, unity, love, one love.
Yeah. And don't worry about what?
About a team.
Don't worry about a team. Because every little thing.
Yes.
Well, he got shot, right?
He did.
And I thought that was really sad. And to me, I mean, the way they shot him, I just knew it was worse, even though I already knew the story on that. But Rita
was out in the car.
Out in the car.
And a bullet grazed her head. But, honey, let me tell you something about being a black woman. If you ain't got a weave, you got a dread. And when I say that dread saved her life by like a millimeter. Like, it was crazy.
The locks is where it's at.
There it is.
Just saying.
Saved her life.
It did. It did. So after that, they moved to London.
Yeah, because he was totally freaked out.
Yeah, and then she actually moved to Delaware. She went to the States with his mom and stayed there for a little while. But I think it was really sad how his dad... The picture that they show of the dad is the only one you're going to see on the internet. And it might be the only picture they really have of him on a horse, right? He's on a horse. I think that's where he got the skin cancer from, because he actually had skin cancer. So he had a very rare form of skin cancer. And the doctor was like, has anybody in your family ever had it? And he was like, you know, my dad was a white man, you know, and he had his toe, an infection in his toe that would never heal. And it was because of the cancer. Yeah. It is really
And he
sad.
didn't want to, do anything about it. He kind of ignored it.
Yeah.
And he passed on in 1981. He was
sure did.
36 years old.
Yep.
I thought that the music was amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
The soundtrack, beautifully done.
I agree.
And just to see, the Wailers. I mean, I've seen them in concert before in Vegas.
And seeing how the country revered him when he came into town.
Oh,
it was pandemonium.
You mean when he came back to Jamaica?
Yes, when he came back to Jamaica. It was like so like he was their hero.
Yeah.
He was their hero. They loved him. Now, I will agree with you 100% on this one, what you said.
We needed some subtitles. Yeah. I was shocked. I was telling Tony how strong the diction was.
Yes.
It's aggressive.
Yeah. It was aggressive.
I just went along with people's emotions and feelings because I'm a subtitle chick.
Me too. Now, Chauncey, on the other hand, he understood every word. He's from Memphis, so I don't know. Maybe y'all understand it differently. I don't know. Maybe they just understand it better. I don't know.
In one town.
Yeah, maybe.
That's hilarious.
So, I mean, what would you give it?
I mean, the Marley family was, over you could tell they had a lot of creative input in this. I'm going to give it a champagne moment, but it did fall flat. I wanted to see more about him personally. And
it was quick too. It seems like it was a short movie to me.
It was rushed.
And Brad Pitt.
Yeah, it was a producer.
One of the producers. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm going to say it was flat. I mean, it's champagne just because it's Bob Marley, but
yeah.
Go see it. Go see it. All right, so next we have American Fiction.
Yes.
And I really liked American Fiction.
Yes.
It was star-studded.
It was so
You had
star-studded.
Jeffrey Wright in there. You had Tracy Ellis Ross in there for a minute. You had Sterling K. Brown.
Who's in amazing shape, guys.
Wow.
Were you shocked that they portrayed him as a gay man?
I was a little.
Okay.
I was.
I
But,
wasn't
he's
expecting that.
I wasn't either. But his body.
I know.
You're talking about $6 billion man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's ripped.
I mean, yeah, it
Yeah.
looked fabulous. It
Yeah.
was wonderful.
And Erica Alexander played Jeffrey Wright's girlfriend.
And Issa
Who
Rae.
remember her from
Living Single.
Living Single girl.
Maxine, girl from Living Single, honey.
Loved her.
Yes.
Loved her.
Yeah. This is really good. So his name is Monk, right? So he was really kind of frustrated with how the literary scene was going, and he noticed that like Issa Rae had a ghetto book, and they be talking like that right there, and the white publishers love it, right? They eat it up, right? Yes. So he and his publisher decide to do a book, right?
Yeah.
That is called FUCK.
That's right.
And he makes himself seem as if he was this gangster, this hard dude, and he
was a fugitive.
A fugitive, yeah.
And the more,
oh my gosh,
the more raunchier he got with it, girl, they ate it up.
Yeah, they loved it. They loved it.
Okay, this is getting out of control.
Yeah, they loved it. They loved it.
But Tony and I was trying to talk about, she's like, don't talk about the ending, but I'm confused. Can someone help me here? So the ending, at the end, there was a producer that wanted to take his book to the silver screen. And the ending shows that, and the book came up for a major literary award.
Yeah.
That he was on the committee to judge.
Yep.
Crazy.
But wait a minute. What about when Issa Rae said that she thought the book didn't have substance? She thought the book wasn't that good. And they're on this committee together, right? And he was just like kind of asking her, well, why did you?
Your book?
Yeah. Why did you think that about mine?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So the endings he did 2 endings, and I was telling Tony, was it fiction or fact at the end of the movie?
Yeah.
So I guess that's where you get the American Fiction, because he at the end, it's like he's alluding that he's writing the script for the movie.
Right.
But it's the movie.
But even when he was doing the book, remember, there were actors in the book that came alive. And then like he would shoot somebody. It's like, nah, I don't want to shoot him. Nah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I like that aspect of it where he's actually rewriting it in front of us,
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought it was a good movie.
It is. It was good. I didn't like they killed off Tracy Ellis, but
I know 20 minutes
my
in.
girl had a heart attack.
Girl, 20 minutes in.
Saw pretty sad.
I know. I love her. She is wonderful.
So it's definitely different, and it's a champagne moment.
Yep, it's a champagne moment. The next is a documentary recap.
Ooh, girl. Jesus. Now this one's really popular. Lover, Stalker, Killer, Netflix. My girl Missy brought this to my attention, and I watched it, and immediately I said, Tony, you got to watch this. Thrilling documentary of a twisted case of online dating goes wrong.
So this guy, the heck is his name? Girls, Danny. Anyway, this
Dave
guy,
Krupa.
him and his wife split up, right? He moves, right? He's a mechanic, right?
In Iowa.
In Iowa.
Yeah.
And he gets on these dating apps, right? He meets this girl at the bar. They go at it. Her name is Liz. That's the first one, right? But he was very upfront with them and was like, listen, I don't want no relationship. Mm-hmm. I'm good with having fun. I'm having fun. I don't want no relationship, right? And so these ladies understood, like, right. So then he meets this other girl named Carrie.
That's right.
Right. And Carrie is like, listen, I don't want no long relationship with you either.
Yeah.
Let's just have fun, right? So they have fun.
Yeah.
Liz shows up to the house, and Carrie and Liz make eye contact all of 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, it turns.
Yes. Like that.
Like that.
Man, listen, it's a shocking twist to all of it.
It is.
So he starts getting stalked.
Yeah.
So you have the love.
Got Carrie.
Right. And then you have the stalker.
Yeah.
So they're doing it in this order.
Yeah.
Which I love this.
Yeah.
And so he starts getting these text messages from Carrie.
Yeah.
Basically, hey, what do you think let's move in together?
And then he says no. And she's like, forget you.
So then
I hate
it
you.
just
die. It just
text
kept
after text
going-
after text after text
Right.
after text. So all along, he's gotten the police involved. He's worried for the safety of his children.
Yeah, like he's outside his place of business.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm seeing you. She sends him a text, I see you.
Yeah.
That's scary.
And then Liz's house catches on fire.
Carrie supposedly
Yeah.
catches Liz's house on fire.
Girl.
Okay.
Listen. So then as the investigators start really looking into this, they realize it's not Carrie.
It's not Carrie.
It's Liz that's doing the stalking, all based on her IP address.
Yes. And wait a minute. Liz goes missing, right?
Or Carrie.
Carrie, sorry.
Yeah.
Carrie goes
Yeah,
missing.
yeah.
Carrie goes missing. She sends her mom a Facebook message
Oh my God.
and
girl.
says, I'm not missing. I just need time away.
Oh.
I just need time away. The police go to her house and her house hasn't been touched where she moved away, right? And they start putting this stuff together. They go check IP addresses out on a computer and they find out Liz
It's Carrie.
is Carrie.
And so she burnt her own house down just to get back to Dave. Dave took her back in.
Yeah.
And
Because he thought it was Carrie that did it.
He
He
did.
didn't know that it was her.
yeah.
Oh, what about when she shot herself in the leg?
Oh God. Yeah. So she was saying that Carrie followed her to a park. She called the police and she shot herself in the leg saying, "Oh my God, I've been
She
shot."
either thought it was Carrie or it was Dave's ex-wife,
That's right.
Amy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, guys, it's so crazy. I know this is sounding
Yeah,
like
be
a lot.
careful out there.
But in the end, they prove that Liz killed Carrie. And they still have not found her body. But the mother, Carrie's mother, got some closure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
those guys that did the investigation, kudos to them because they did not give up.
It messed up their family life too.
My man had a brain tumor.
And he said, I'm not getting surgery until this case is done.
Well, that is like dedication to the max, baby.
Come on now.
Ooh,
Come on
wee.
now.
So yeah, champagne moment.
Champagne moment, 100% on this one.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah. Now it's time for drama recap.
Yes.
So Genius, season 4 is MLK and Malcolm X. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. It premiered on National Geographic. I really like this Genius series because the one before it was Aretha Franklin. Remember that? One was for that.
Yes.
Yeah. It was really good. So this is the 4th season, the 4th time they've done this. So this really talks about the lives of Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X and how they had so many parallels. You know, a lot of things have happened to both of them is, you know, it was very similar, even though they had different ways of handling civil rights. I really did like this. And I think the guy that is, and I know when you think of Malcolm X, you do think of Denzel, right? Denzel, hands down, best Malcolm X that's ever done it, right? This guy's doing a pretty good job.
Amazing
His
job.
name is Aaron Pierre.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's doing a really, really good job. I will say that.
And Kelvin Harrison that plays MLK. Listen, he is already a star-studded actor. He played Chevalier. He played in Loose. He played in another one with it's a movie called Waves with Sterling K. Brown.
Sterling got his shirt off.
Yes, I think he does have his shirt off in it. He plays his dad. It's really good. I highly recommend it. But this guy is on the come up. He is an extraordinary talented actor.
That's good. Okay.
But what I really like about this is they are taking their time and showing you who these men are.
And I can appreciate that.
Yes.
I can appreciate that. One interesting fact, you know, I am very into civil rights and into, yeah.
Okay.
I am. And I did not know. And I'm like, why didn't I not know this?
Because you hold it down like Coretta, right?
I didn't know that Martin Luther King Jr.'s name was Michael.
Man, listen.
Michael.
Can we talk about this? Because his father had a vision.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
It
had
was
a vision.
after a Protestant, the 6th Protestant or something. His name was Martin. So Martin Luther King was Michael King. That was his name.
That's right.
The daddy's name wasn't even Martin. The daddy changed his name to Martin Luther King Sr. and said, your name is going to be Martin Luther King Jr. This is when he was 6 years old.
Listen,
1935.
imagine sitting at dinner
Yep.
and your dad says, your name is not going to be David anymore.
Yeah.
I have had a
vision. I've had a vision.
Your name is Martin.
And he said, I don't want to be named Martin.
He like, what you talking? Yeah. What am I tell my friends?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a powerful scene.
It was. I didn't know that. And let me tell you something. I know stuff. I know my Black history. It's not too much you can challenge me on.
Yeah.
But that right there, I did not know that.
That blew me away.
Me too, Tiff. I didn't know about that.
His dad definitely had a vision for his son.
Yeah.
And Coretta, though.
Yeah.
I mean, smart.
She's tough.
Sings.
Yeah, they showed her in a
opera.
but they showed her in a tough light, and I liked it. Because the dad was kind of being pushy with Coretta, and she fired back.
She did.
You know?
But she was asking Martin, why didn't you protect me?
Right.
The one thing I do see that the struggle with the wives, right? And them finding their place in the movement.
Yeah.
Like Coretta really wants to, dedicate her time and help in the movement. And the men will still be men, right?
Yeah.
And Martin's just like, no, I need you here.
Yeah.
I need you this. And he quiets her.
I think he quiets her. So I think that's why, I'm not saying I didn't think she was a strong woman, but I thought she was a woman of that era.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The way they depicted her was this strong, and you probably really had to be strong to be married to, MLK or to be married to Michael King.
Are you insane?
Yeah.
Yes.
But the thing is that I just thought she was a woman of that era.
Yeah.
She is absolutely a powerhouse. And I love how they portrayed her.
And she was after he passed.
Yeah. And shout out, she's a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Yes. Well, my Betty is my Soror, Delta Sigma Theta.
Oh, there you go.
But both women, you had Betty living in squalor.
Let me tell you something. Betty, I love the fact that
soldier.
she said something to Elijah Muhammad, listen, this house is falling apart. What can you do?
Yeah.
And Malcolm did not want her to say anything, right?
No.
And he said, go, y'all go fix coffee,
yeah.
right? And so at the end of that, Elijah Muhammad writes
a check. He did.
And maybe this will cover it.
That's right. That took a lot of guts for her to speak like that.
It did.
But guys, it's an amazing series. Both men died when they were 39.
Yeah.
The irony in that.
Yeah.
But it is taking you on a journey.
It starts from when they were kids.
Yes.
I mean, it goes all the way back.
It does.
When Malcolm was like, his dad got killed, on the train tracks. It's good. It's really
beautifully
good.
done.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And you know what else? And we'll go on. But the struggle that that Martin Luther King had to not be like Malcolm.
Right.
The nonviolence.
Right.
And how they brought in Rustin. What a brilliant mind he is.
Yeah, he is the father, they say, of civil rights.
Oh my gosh.
He is the reason why there was March on Washington. If you hadn't seen Rustin on Netflix, that's really, really good right now.
Highly recommend that.
But he was really instrumental in the March on Washington.
He was a true visionary.
He was.
He was the one that kept Martin, leveled.
Yeah.
But the nonviolence, Martin struggled with
I'm going to tell you something. It takes great restraint.
Yeah.
I wrestle sometimes with things like that. I wrestle with that. And sometimes I feel like I would have been on the Malcolm side.
Oh, yeah. We'd all be Black Panther. Are you crazy?
Because I just can't, because if you hit me, I'm going to have to hit you back.
Got to.
I can't. But thank God they did it for us. You know what I mean?
Right.
And thank God I wasn't born in that time, because I probably would not have made it.
Yeah, I know.
I
little Angela Davis. She would have had a little.
I wouldn't have made it.
You had a big afro.
I wouldn't have made it.
Sandy afro, honey.
Yeah.
But yeah, champagne moment.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, one other thing too. They said, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah. No, please.
But Rosa Parks was not really the first woman.
That's right.
Rosa was the one that made the most popularity.
That's right.
And they
handpicked her.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Yep. Okay. Now we have the weekly focus recap. Again, we're talking about Feud, Capote.
Feud.
Yes. Versus the Swans on Hulu. So now we, this is also the amazing cast we were talking about last week.
It is.
Now we are at the ball. fabulous, honey.
It was.
That Truman Capote.
Capote.
That he put on for the highest of the socialites.
Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely. I mean, but there was some that were there. They were like, I mean, what are we having to eat? Is this dog food?
Yeah.
I mean, what is this that we're eating?
He had 500
people there.
500 people.
And it was beautiful.
It was gorgeous. It was at the plaza.
Did you, like, Babe, the one Babe that came and she took that cape off. It was absolutely stunning. I did feel bad about how he did Ann Woodward. You know, Ann
Who's
Woodward,
played by Demi Moore.
Yeah, Demi Moore. She shows up because if you got invited to this, then you sealed your deal into society.
That's
Wouldn't
right.
you agree? Right.
Absolutely.
And then the Swans also kind of wanted to be his special guest, right? His invited special guest or whatever.
Yes.
But Ann Woodward showed up because she really wants to get into this society.
Mm-hmm.
She really wants to show, hey, I'm just as good as everybody else, but you know she killed a husband. Allegedly, she killed a husband or whatever. And he made her leave. And it was really sad. And she brought her son with her, and her son said, well, she didn't tell me we weren't invited.
Yeah. That her story actually in real life, and I read about this, is very tragic.
It is.
Her son's also committed suicide.
Yeah.
Demi is doing an amazing job portraying this woman.
Yeah.
But what she said to him was, be careful. Because what you're doing to me hurts deeper than you know. And you will feel it, which he does. But he's had the cameraman documenting all of this stuff.
But the funniest part was when him and Slim, right?
Yes.
She was at a store. They were trying on clothes. And Slim is like, her husband is having this affair on her, right? And she's going off about the ex-wife is going to be at this event, and how could you invite my ex-husband and this or whatever. And he says, I've been trying to get this voice and I can't get it. But he said, you stop acting like that right now. You stop. And he closes the door so the cameras can't see. But then he goes and opens up another door and then looks in the camera. It's like, you stop acting like that right now.
He is documenting all the dirt on these women, which will contribute to his book.
Yeah.
So that is the episode recap. For that one.
Next week is a bombshell.
Yeah, it is.
Something happens next week that is like I was not prepared for.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
We'll catch you up on that.
Yeah.
Next champagne moment.
Yes, definitely. Now it's time for What You Watching.
Okay, True Detective on HBO Max. This is one of my favorite series. The special thing about True Detective is you don't have to watch every season
to catch up.
So each season is different. It's in a different location. It has different actors. So this season we have Jodie Foster.
Okay, season 4.
Yeah, who is a fan favorite of mine. I love her. Jodie can morph into anything she wants, and she's playing a police officer, but she's a detective.
So people have time to catch up.
Absolutely.
So we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to do that because I don't watch it.
And then one day on Netflix.
Is it a love story?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good,
You got
guys.
serious. You said yes.
It's 14 episodes.
Oh, Lord.
But
14?
I sat up here last Saturday.
How long are they?
Maybe 40 minutes.
Okay. All right.
I couldn't stop watching it.
Is that good?
It pulls you in.
It's a drama, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
But it's a romance. It's a love story.
Which you love those.
So the beauty about this story, and they talked about it on Today's Show, they had the actor.
Is that the UK? Is it out of the UK?
You know what? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They are based in London.
Okay.
But yeah. And so it's based over time. So it's like a span of 20 years, something like that, maybe 15. And every episode, it goes a year.
14 years.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So just get your tissues ready. It's good.
Oh, God. Is somebody going to die?
It's good, girl. Just good.
Somebody going to die.
Anyway, guys, that's it.
That's it. Thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode of Popcorn and Champagne. And remember, you guys follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
And also wherever you get your podcasts.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Andy, we're still waiting.
Andy, seriously, let us just be a bartender for like one day.
we
I
get
promise,
involved?
you will love us when you
Yes.
meet us.
I make a mean glass of champagne. Baby.
Bye, guys. Have a good
Bye.
week.
Cheers.
Have it all. Can I simply ask you where you get this money from?